So this is part 2 to the reading that I was doing today. That feels like a really heavy message. So I did pull for each card. It's like 3 and then a Arcana card, and then 3 Arcana card, 3 Arcana card. So 333 could be something that is prominent in this message. Also 313, so also Hecate. She could be one of your guides. She could be reaching out to you. But because this feels like it's illuminating the right path for you, I would guess that like you could be at some sort of crossroads with like either giving up and just sticking to what it is that feels natural, or the right path is lighting up for you and it's kind of like you're gonna get some sort of push that it's like, just go. Like, it's not gonna be comfortable. You may be crying the whole time, but like to take that leap. This is also like a second part of an added part to the video that Nati made. It's currently her 3rd video that she has posted, but of course that's going to change. But another thing that may be like something that you may have been feeling the last couple of days is things, especially things that don't serve you, but you really don't know where to go. You just feel like screaming. Like, you feel like all the relationships in your life that don't serve you, but you don't really know where to go, you feel like screaming because you feel like you're not heard and not seen. For me specifically, one of them is my job, and I just felt so angry because I didn't want to be there today, and I didn't want to be there yesterday, and I just want change. Anyways, I'm ranting too much. The cards really do speak volumes. So with the 3 of Wands, we have patience and planning. With the Temperance card, we have spiritual growth, but I always also see Temperance as patience. I think a lot of this has to do with, I think this whole reading has to do with patience and care towards yourself, being too hard on yourself. With the 3 of Cups, hold on, so I make sure I'm saying the right stuff. So with the 3 of Cups, it talks about uncovering the truth. With the Star card, the Star card, A, is the Firebird, which I always see as like rising up out of like darkness. I don't know, I thought of phoenixes. I don't know if phoenixes and firebirds are the same thing, but phoenixes rise out of ash. But this talks about success against opposition. And then the 3 of Swords is heartache. So I think that this message is you unveiling the truth of what it is that causes you this heartbreak. And I think that what causes you this heartbreak is yourself. I could be wrong about that, but that's just the feeling I'm getting, is that like with the Star card, to me it looks like she's, I don't know how to make this any clearer, but in the picture it looks like she's like dissociating while she's holding this bird and not really allowing this bird to fly. And I see that like might be you. You've gone through like struggle after struggle after struggle that now you're in an area where A, you don't know where to go, B, you don't know like what connections to make out of it, and we're all human. We're all I wouldn't say we all crave human connection, but we're all social beings. So you have to find your own tribe, the people that resonate with you the most. And I think for so long you've had to rely on yourself and see that like no one's coming to save you. You have to save you. You have to heal you. And I think that in this time you've done a lot of healing, but I think that in this like next step of your life, you're having to do healing through good connections that come into your life. But there may be a block because you're afraid of those connections coming into your life, because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt again, like with the heartache card. Not only are you causing your own heartache, but you're afraid of what heartache could come into your life. Another thing that like could be prominent for yourself is whatever it is that you're meant to do. You're meant to be heard, be seen. For example, they say a lot of the time, like if you have a lot of moles in certain areas of your body, like within your chakras, that could be a sign of what you're meant to do in this life. And for me, I have a whole bunch of them on my throat. But there may be like an underlying part of yourself that doesn't feel like your voice is worthy, or what it is that you're meant to do in this life is worthy. It's fighting a sliver of yourself that either you refuse to see or you weren't ready to see. But I don't know, I think it's time that you see that. We have the moon. So yeah, I always see the moon as like the dark parts of yourself are being illuminated. I've been talking with my mom a lot about like shadow parts of yourself, and I was reading a whole bunch of shadow work prompts yesterday, even though I've like worked through all of my shadow work book. I don't fucking know. Yeah, so it says, like with the moon, it says, look for the truth. And the unicorn is here. I always see the unicorn as like your uniqueness. We all have our own unique truth. What works for you and what might be a message for you could be something slightly different to someone completely different for someone, especially like with these being collective readings. They're not always like completely accurate because we all have our own situations going on. But I know for me specifically, I'm meant to not only heal myself and my generational line this lifetime, but I think that I'm meant to teach others how to heal themselves and their own lines, to raise the vibration on Earth. Finally, we have the Six of Swords, which is another fire type bird. Let's see. Travel. Gotten travel a lot, but let me see what type of bird this is. The Japanese ho-ho. It's a silk type bird. Illuminated and connected with the sun. There you go. It says you will travel across water or move from one place to another. There could be visits from distant friends or family. Any move you will make will be positive. Use this card when making major choices that will change your life. Yeah, it seems like you're ready. Here it comes.